So if you could go back in time to any place and you'd be safe, where would you go?
Roman Empire.
And where and why?
Um, Probably start out in Rome.
Okay.
I've always been fascinated with Roman history and what they did and how they built things and what they ate. And I feel in a prior life I was a Roman patrician.
Ah, okay. And how is that something that's been with you your whole life?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
When they started with, you could Google things. It was Alta Vista or something was before Google. I went on to see what they ate, what their menus were, how they cooked it, what they did, and about the heat under the floor in the upper class houses, so you'd be warm in the winter. And fascinating, absolutely fascinating. We think we're pretty smart, but the Romans were pretty smart too. So, yep, I always like Roman history.
Anything else about any other era, or that's pretty much your biggest affinity?
That's my biggest affinity, but I've also think in a prior life I was in Hawaii, but I don't know what I was in Hawaii.
Okay.
But when I first stepped off the plane, the first time I went to Hawaii, I stopped and I thought, I'm coming home. But I don't know what it's all about. I never did quite figure it out.
What about it made you feel like you were home?
Just familiar it was. Things were familiar. And I kind of knew ahead of time what I was going to see and what I was going to do. But remember, I'm the child that thought I could walk on clouds and float off the top of the cliffs and,
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
And if I could write notes or send back brain waves when I depart the earth, I'd let you know what's going on here so everybody knows. Nobody knows. Somebody's got to find out.
So the Romans talk to you. Maybe they're doing that. That's what they're talking to you.
It could be. But, like the Colosseum and how they built it, and they had 3 different tiers, and down underneath was where they kept the animals, and they had them in pens, and what they fed them, and, things that most people wouldn't even be interested in. I was interested in from my young years on,
And of course you took Latin.
Oh, yeah, 6 years of Latin. I said I was pretty good at reading inscriptions.
Okay.
And I would say to people, do you know exit is a Latin word? And they'd say, yeah. I said, he, she, or it goes out. That's what exit means.
Yeah, I don't think most people think, well, Germans do, but, thinking about gender in language quite the same way. But, yeah. So anything else?
Oh, that's my favorite period in history.
Okay, all right.
Hadrian's Wall, that's quite the thing too.
Yep, the farthest they got, huh?
Yeah, well, that's like the border wall here. All you have to do is walk around the end. There was an end.
Yeah. Unless you're like the Chinese and you do a Great Wall, it takes a long time to get to the end.
Yeah, it takes a long time to build it.
Yeah.
Hadrian was in a hurry, so.
All right, well, good.